I am Natalie Colillo, founder and CEO of Happy Healthy Women, and I am joined by the awesome SevaRam Spronk, who is such an incredible leader in Happy Healthy Women, and we are going to have such a great discussion today. So, if you're joining us live, we are going to chat for about 20 minutes, but it is going to be so informative. So, I hope you stick around. And so let me just jump into introducing my guest today. So, SevaRam is she is known as a personal growth pathfinder, and I'll let her share what all of that means. But she is a Kundalini Yoga instructor. You have multiple disciplines, Sevaram, and you help people with meditation and with gong sound baths and so many beautiful things. So I'm really excited to hear more about that. But Sevaram is also our branch director in our Kitchener, Ontario branch, which she does an incredible job at leading our community in Kitchener. So, Sevaram, welcome. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much, Natalie. It's such a pleasure and joy to be here. It's amazing to be representing this wonderful community that you have created. Happy, healthy women. Woo!
Well, I like you've been a part of Happy Healthy Women for a few years now, and you've just done an incredible job. And so I'm so grateful for you. But let's talk about you today. Let's hear, first of all, can you share a little bit more about your journey and what you do as a personal growth pathfinder? What does that mean for you?
All right. So, what my personal path has led me to understand is that many of us know that we need to grow. Many of us know that what we are doing in our lives is not working, and we feel stuck, even though sometimes we don't really realize that we are, because on the outside our lives look good. We live in a house, we have a car, kids are going to activities, well, online activities right now, right?
Yeah.
But inside it just feels like there could be something more, and very often we don't know what that is, and that creates an internal disconnect, a lot of internal conflict, and we're just sort of like, spiraling in this um cycle of dissatisfaction, cycle of resentment, which in itself can, show up as anxiety, depression, resignation, apathy. And there's so
Mm.
many people who are suffering from this right now. So my job is to help you find where those disconnects are, where you are being stuck and you don't even know that you are. And
Mm.
one of the things that I do it with is Kundalini Yoga and meditation, which is just absolutely fantastic way to get yourself unstuck in every way, because it's not Kundalini Yoga, it's not like you're stretching your body, you're actually working with your internal energy to help you cleanse all the blockages that you have in all of your energetic bodies. And when we add meditation to that, and sound healing, and gong is the medium that I practice, and life coaching, you have like many layered approach on how to get yourself out of that muck. So you
Mhm.
can live courageously.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And it really does, what you're describing really does um, play into the mind, body, soul, and reaching all of those areas, right? Like embodying the work and really being able to remove those blocks through the body, because that is affecting everything else, right? So I
Yeah.
love this. So today we're talking about meditation for entrepreneurs. So tell me why that's different from regular meditation.
All right. So, well, it's different and not different, because every meditation has its application. And but generally when we talk about meditation, we talk about benefits such as, lowering stress level, having an easier time to relax, detaching yourself from the crazy, train of thoughts that somehow we totally get, hijacked, right?
Yeah,
By
yeah.
there's all sort of health benefits that really, help us become or stay healthy or even get better, because that can control blood pressure, blood sugar, blah 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 blah, blah, your inflammatory response, all of that kind of stuff, right? And that's all
Mhm.
good, that's fantastic, but what if you want more? So there's like practices like, for example, focused breathing, which is called pranayam, which is present in some meditations, but you can also practice it on itself, by itself. So pranayam can actually drastically shift where you are in your mind and in your body with in as little as 3 minutes. Like, how amazing would that be for, an entrepreneur, when you like roll out of bed, have your breakfast, go through your motions, and you're like, I just don't wanna. I mean, have you had that before? So then it takes you like so long to motivate yourself, right? But in that moment, you just, sit up and do like 3 minutes of right nostril breathing, which is, that, to give you that sort of an energy, to connect you to that energy of action, of warmth in your body, of linear positive thinking, being more extrovert. So how much more you can do in that kind of frame of mind and that kind of energy in your body, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I love this because, quite often when as entrepreneurs, right, especially in this time where we are not leaving home, right? Most of us, if you're in Ontario with us, you're not leaving home right now. It's very easy to get stuck in our heads, right? And to move into this like downward spiral. And what you're talking about is helping us move into this upward spiral, which can only help our businesses. So, Sevaram, talk to me about some of the benefits of this like specific meditation that I know you walk people through on our businesses. Like, what are some things that we as entrepreneurs will start to notice?
Mm. Okay. Well, so first of all, it's going to be so much easier for you to shift that space that you are in, what I was just talking about. Um, you will also start noticing those thoughts in your head, and you'll be able to say, yeah, okay, thank you, but go and sit on a chair. And I'm going to think about what actually needs to be done. So this has tremendous value in issues like imposter syndrome, which so many women entrepreneurs have, and men don't deal with it to such a degree. That's why I find it's my life mission that I want to be working with women and teaching these techniques to women. um so we hold so much of our stress, of our beliefs, of our emotions in our bodies, right? And I know you know that because we have so many wonderful women in the collective who are Reiki teachers, practitioners, and who deal with energy medicine as well, right?
Mhm.
So we're familiar with that whole project, but that concept. But when we can really move that energy on will and be aware of it, these are all of the things that we have access to with meditations. With
Mhm.
meditation we can access who we really are, as opposed to not who as opposed to who we were created because of our blockages, because of our upbringing, because of the society, because of social media. We build ourselves up in the ways that are not necessarily ourselves, right? That is a function
Mhm.
of everything else around us. Have I answered
Right.
your
So
question? Because I know that I
you
went.
know what you did, yeah. Like what I heard was that this allows us to get back to our truth, which is the place where we want to be building our business from, right? Like
Yeah.
that is the essence of where we want to be building from. I just did a post on this yesterday as well, right? About getting away from like the need to hustle and move more towards the flow of things, but having a healthy energy between the two. And so I think what you're describing is something that can help entrepreneurs get to that point. So I know that you have some elements of meditation for entrepreneurs. And so, do you want to share a little bit on those elements?
Sure. So I already mentioned breath. There is stuff like, for example, mudras, which are the hand positions, right? So many people are familiar with Gyan Mudra, thumb and forefinger touching, making a circle, rest of the finger.
Uh-huh.
So that actually stimulates knowledge and intelligence, discernment, right? So each one of
Okay.
these which each one of the fingers is has to do with a different energy, with activating different meridians in the body, therefore producing much different effect in physical and emotional and mental bodies, right? So I already mentioned that this is the wisdom, the serpent, intelligent. This, my friends, the middle finger is patience. It's really easy to remember because you flip somebody a bird when when you're out of patience, right? So easy to remember. So you're stuck at home. Give yourself some patience, right? Just take few deep breaths, hold this mudra for a little bit. Then we have vitality and health, which is the ring finger, and then we have the littlest one, which is the communication. So for example, you have to write blogs or social media posts, or go live on TV, and you're like, oh my god, I'm really not in this headspace, I don't know what to say. Sit with this for a few minutes, right? So we have these, then we have much more complex mudras, right, which help us let go of certain energies. So like for example, this one is a mudra for letting go. It stimulates the downward moving energy of just like get it out of there, right? So if you're struggling with something, a situation, let's say in the business, that sort of really um uh made you stuck, right? Somebody said something to you and you're like, I don't know how to wrap my head around it, and now it's blocking everything else. Sit with this for a moment, with this
Mm-hmm.
on your knees. So yeah, okay, so we got mudras, and then mantras. Natalie, I'm gonna talk about mantras for like the next 2 days. So here's the thing about mantras. So mantras are repeated verbal phrases, right? But and many of us have our own personal mantras. I can do anything that I put my mind to, or whatever. With every day and every day I'm getting better and better, right? Those ones, or variations of those. But basically, mantras, like all the words and all the thoughts, are a vibration. Mantras are
Mm-hmm.
sacred vibrations, which have been put together from words that are primal sounds generally. Some people associate with mantras with religions, because some of them are taken from religious texts. However, many yogic scholars would agree with you, would agree with the statement that mantras actually precede religion. So, and there is so many, when I practice in the tradition of Kundalini Yoga, meaning our most of our mantras come from a Gurmukhi language, not Sanskrit. Sanskrit is similar to Gurmukhi, or Gurmukhi is similar to Sanskrit. But these these particular mudras, and there's tons, and mantras rather, and there's tons and tons of them. They are how they move the energy through your body, through your emotions, how they help you let go of things or do different things. I have my handout here. So we have like mantras for balance, divine knowledge, facilitate communication, guidance and protection, overcome any block, for a miracle to occur, to feel divinity in one's body, to stop a negative thought, to overcome fear in times of difficulty, for personal power and strengthen the navel chakra, power of manifestation, to be victorious, to open the heart. And this is like not even quarter. And in each one of these categories there's like 5 or 7 different mantras. So and I love mantras, and it's such a you don't necessarily have to sit and chant the mantra. You can just play it, and play it in your house, and you will be affected by that vibration. It will have the effect on you.
Love it. I love it. And so one of the things, I do have a question about this, and I mean maybe people watching would have this question too, but like when I say mantras, I have I do say them in other languages, but it's hard for me to connect because it's not my personal language. So what you're saying is that the energy behind it is still doing its work, even though
Yeah.
it's not like I feel like I always need to know the English translation of it and what it actually means. And sometimes I just go into saying it in English because that feels better. But what you're saying is that the actual language of it and the energy around it is important too. Yes.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Um, One of the amazing reasons why mantras in their original language are so powerful for us Westerners, but I'm imagining that Eastern people as well, is that English language. If you're a native English speaker, if you speak the words trigger emotional react or emotional and mental reaction, right? So you sort
Okay.
of, your mind will, without you even realizing, will latch onto a word, and then you go with that word, and the train of thoughts that it creates, right? So but when you and sometimes some words, you have an emotional attachment to that word, even again without really knowing. With mantras, let's say in Gurmukhi, and I was born in Poland, so I'm a native Polish speaker, but I also learn English and Russian, blah blah blah. I chanting with these mantras never caused me that kind of emotional or mental involvement. And the what I think is the most powerful thing about mantra is that mantra can alter things in your subconscious mind. So for the longest time in my whole life, and it was something that I learned when I was a kid, I had this belief that I have to do it all alone. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done, and nobody's going to help me. It's me and nobody else, right? And I learned that throughout my life. And can you really run a business like that? Can you have a successful, fulfilling life? You can, but it's so freaking hard, right? So I meditated with the mantra Sat Narayan Waheguru Hari Narayan Satnam, and that is a mantra that invokes the creative source energy, and it assures you that you are not alone, that you are sort of open and receive this guidance, right? This support, basically. um and you know what, 40 days my belief was gone, crazy like that. And I've never really clued in when that happened or how that happened, and I wasn't even meditating with the intention of shifting that particular belief.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's
So
like magic.
yeah, well, and it is energy. Energy changes everything. So
Yeah.
speaking of your 40 days, I mean, that's a great segue into you sharing about this 40-day meditation that you are offering right now. So talk to us about that. And yeah, how can people find you? We have a few minutes left, so share a little bit more about that and how people can find that. And I'll post your website up.
Awesome. So I am starting with a bunch of beautiful people who are already in my spiritual family. A 40-day practice that is a practice that's specifically geared for entrepreneurs, but not only. It helps you move blocks, basically. So it's not a seated meditation. It's a meditation. It's a movement meditation. So we flow through a sequence or of four fairly simple postures, and to help us move through different aspects of life and stuckness. So for example, we come into this position of action, and then we move through to stepping back and noticing what we need, taking a bigger picture, right? And then we come to the position of balance and surrender finally, because you know what, sometimes what you get is not what you want but what you need, right?
Mhm. Yep.
And being able to sort of detach yourself from the outcome that you want and receive what you need is so important, right? And we are
Mhm.
feeling so stuck right now in this crazy time of ours, that this meditation can really help move all of those things through your body, through your energetic field, and get you in a much higher vibration. 7:30 a.m. live starting Monday. Woohoo!
So it's 40 days starting Monday. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
And does it include the Kundalini yoga as well? Like, are you including that aspect into this as well, or is it only meditation for this?
It is a meditation from the tradition of Kundalini Yoga.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So and because it's not a meditation that we sit and just stay motionless, we move. That is also one aspect of Kundalini Yoga. And Kundalini Yoga, we don't sit and stretch,
Mhm.
we move that energy, and we channel the energy, we move where it needs to go to accomplish the goal that we want. So
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. And how long is each meditation? I'm not sure if you said that already.
I haven't. So generally 20 minutes is a good time, to allocate to that, because we need to ground ourselves first, review the form, especially at the beginning, and then after we do the meditation, we need to take just a minute or two to let our body consolidate the effects of the meditation, and then we finish up.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so if you are watching this and you are feeling anything that we said, even like 2% of this is resonating with you, I highly recommend going to check out SevaRam's 40-day meditation. So sevaramspronk.com, and the link is there. And I think this is amazing. I think that if you can find 20 minutes in your day to get grounded, to have positive energy flowing through you, you will be such a different person after 40 days. Like, how can that not be transforming?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very so.
Thank you, SevaRam, so much for being here. I appreciate all of your knowledge and wisdom. I love the mudras. Like, I had no idea. So that taught me so much. And I appreciate all of everything that you do for the Happy Healthy Living community. You are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie, and thank you, everybody. Happy Healthy Women. You guys are the ones that uplift me. You are the ones that I look up to and get inspiration from. So thank you once again, from all of my heart, and have a beautiful day, everybody.
Yes, have a beautiful day, everybody. Take care and check out hhwglobal.com if you want to learn how to step into the shoes of SevaRam as well and be a leader in our community. I don't know if you can step fully into her shoes, but as a leader in HHW.
Her Birkenstocks. Her Birkenstocks.
Yeah, I love it. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.